Today's video, I wanted to talk to those board members that live in associations that are self-managed and are potentially considering going with a professional management company. So from the several clients that we've taken on that were self-managed, what we've noticed from them is that they've realized that when they may take the opportunity to partner up with the right management company, there's a lot of weight that's lifted off their shoulders. The biggest experience that the board members immediately feel is just that support that's provided from the management company. First, the support to the manager, because now they have a professional company that's gonna provide training, that's gonna provide additional support to the manager, as well as different tools that are available in the market to make things much more efficient and make it easier to manage. One of the pain points that get quickly resolved when a self-managed property goes to a professionally managed property is that sense of relief where they don't have to be dealing with the day-to-day operation of the association. I get the pain that they go through. So for instance, when you're having to have a homeowner send a violation to another homeowner, it becomes a very uncomfortable situation because you're trying to build that sense of community, but yet you have a board member that's sending a violation to another board member. By being able to have a professional management company, it allows to create that buffer in between the two parties. And then that way we play kind of like a good cop, bad cop kind of situation where we're managing and delegating the rules of the association. So that relief gets immediately relieved off the board of directors when they have a professional company that takes on that responsibility. One of the big advantages of having a professional management company, manager association, is the network of individuals that they have. They have the proper license, the proper insurance, they know the kind of work that they do. So depending also on the size of your association, because if you're a larger property, then you may want to deal with a larger vendor. If you're a more medium-sized property, you may want to deal with more a medium-sized company because it'll fit within your budgets. But by having a management company in place, they'll have that network of contacts that would be able to share with you so that when you need a specific vendor, they can easily provide that information to you. Another advantage of having a professionally managed company is the technology component. The reason why I mentioned a technology component is to basically assist the association in streamlining a lot of its processes. So we've come across associations that don't have online payment, that aren't able to pay their invoices online, that don't have the applications online, that still have to process estoppels by hand. By not having these systems in place, there's manpower that needs to address those concerns, hence costing the association more money. So one of the other advantages of being professionally managed is really allowing the management company to leverage its current vendors. Some of the benefits that you could receive are that we know what the current market rates are for the services that are being provided. A perfect example is we had a client that was overpaying by close to 100% in trash. The client had no idea what the market rate was for that kind of service. And by bringing us on, we were able to save them a significant amount of money in that particular line item. One of the other touchy subjects is the financial piece. We've come across certain associations that just don't have a strong understanding of how to read or understand the financial statements. The financials are very sensitive when you're managing any company, and more so for a nonprofit. So one of the things by being professionally managed that you'll get are high-level reports that are customized to your particular community. For instance, one of the reports that we'll provide to you is a variance report. It's basically going to be a one-page report that's going to let you know where you've overspent, if you've overspent, and where you've underspent. That way you could get a snapshot of what's going on with your P&L. Further, for the treasurers, what we try to do is provide you with a treasurer's report. And that treasury report is going to give you a glance at where do you stand financially, how much money came in and out of your operating and reserve account, how many accounts do you have in delinquency, what are the 5 highest checks that you paid. So we try to do the heavy lifting for you so that you can focus your energy of where it needs to be within the association. Lastly, I want to touch on legal. For many associations, they're very fearful because of the potential expense that could come with it. Statute changes most of the times every single year, and as a self-managed property, you may not know what changes have occurred. Working with a professional management company, what we could do is point you in the right direction. We obviously are not permitted to be able to provide legal advice, but we have an understanding of what's going on, and we can point you towards the proper attorney that can assist you with any particular situations that you may be dealing with. If you're a board member who's tired of putting in countless hours and doing all the work, give yourself that small opportunity to interview other property management companies. You may be surprised, you may be able to even save some money, but more importantly, save yourself a lot of time. If you want a little bit more information, feel free to visit our website, ManagedByAffinity.com.